Hey guys, DroidZika14 here, today with another tutorial on one of Ramen Roman's mods. Today we're doing the competitive adventure mod. If you've already watched any of my previous tutorials, the setup and download are pretty much the exact same as the previous one, so if you want, I'm going to put a timestamp in the description of this video. You can click on the timestamp to skip to where I do the multiplayer portion of this video. But for those who haven't done any of the previous tutorials or downloaded any mods previously, you'll want to stick around and watch. Alright? So, first step, you want to go to Ramen Roman's Discord, which I'll link in the description. You want to come over to the competitive adventure tab here on a server. This will go public after the video has been done. I'm also going to link the video here as well. So you're going to want to download this competitiveadventure.zip. So you want to hit download there. I've already done so, but I'll just do it again. There we go. See, it's downloading. Bam. So when I go over to our downloads, we want to hit extract all. Extract. Because we can't use the files if they're still zipped up. So bam, there we go. So when I drag and drop this onto this up just for the convenience of this video, you can just leave it in downloads if you want to. Alright. So another little addition with this one is there is a readme here. I'll pull it up right now. It has the controls for the zombies on it, as well as what to do for online. I'll just leave that up here for a second so you guys can see. Alright. So we got our mod downloaded. So we got all the patches here, the EA version, the Game of the Year version, which is the version on Steam, and the OG version. So the only two versions you can use for this mod are this EA version here and the Steam version here, which I'm going to be using. You cannot use Replanted. Replanted will not work. To put it in simple terms, PvZ, like the original one, is like Java Edition Minecraft, whereas like Replanted is like Bedrock. They're like two different coding languages, so they do not work together. That's the reason why. Alright, so what we're going to want to do is we want to go into our local files here on Steam. So you want to hit the gear, manage, browse local files. It'll pop up this folder here. Now what we're going to want to do is we're going to right click our application over here. So Plants vs Zombies, we're going to copy this. We are not patching the one in our folder for the actual game here. We're just copying this. And we want to take it over to our competitive adventure. We want to paste it in here. This is the one we want to patch. After that, we want to download Delta Patcher from here, romhacking.net. So hit download. Bam. So when I go back over to our downloads, see there she is. We want to extract it as well. And then bam, it's right in there. So what we want to do is we want to open up Delta Patcher. We want to select the original file, which is PvZ here. We want to find it. So in our case here, it's on our desktop. And here it is. So we want to select that. Then for the patch, we want to select Game of the Year Edition since we're using the Steam version. If you have the EA version, you want to use this one. The OG, you want to use this. In our case, we're using the Game of the Year because that's the Steam version. And then we hit Apply Patch. Bam. Simple as that. Alright, now that we have everything patched, we'll just go over here, boot it up just to make sure everything works. Yeah, there we go. Patched main.pack. And let's click adventure mode again. Just to show she works. And there we are. So if it hasn't already been made clear, plants still use the mouse, zombies, keyboard. So yeah, WASD to move, E and Q to switch your zombie. Can't really show it over here since we only got one, and space is to play your zombie. Alright. So now that we have everything patched and everything done here, we're going to move on to the multiplayer segment in the video. But before I do that, I want to put out another disclaimer. Pirated copies of the game should not work with this. I've had people ask me about their copy they download off the internet not working in that. I can't help you with that. I don't really condone the piracy of the game. I mean, it's $5. So if you download off a copy off the internet and it doesn't work, then I can't really help you with that. Alright, now let's get on to the multiplayer. So for the multiplayer, we want to use parsec. I've also linked the tutorial video over here in the Discord server from parsec themselves. But I want to search it. Parsec. So you want to download parsec for your operating system here. I already have it downloaded, so I'll just boot it up from here. Alright, so this is like your parsec main menu here. You can add friends. You can manage the permissions. So by default, everyone has only gamepad controls. But you can, for this, you'll need to give them keyboard controls. And then you're able to share your computer, send a link to them to download via that way. They'll come up over here in the down left. You can go into your settings and also do approved apps. So you could turn, I would recommend turning this on and selecting, I guess it's this. Yeah, no, that would be it. So you'd select this for the PvZ mod, and then give the person only keyboard controls, because otherwise they have technically unfettered access to your computer. So for safety, turn on approved apps and select the game. That means they can only mess with that application. If you tab off somewhere else, it'll say host is doing something and they can't do anything. Alright, so make sure you enable this. But yeah, all you need to do is, I'd recommend doing this. If you're hosting, then you should be plants and have the person joining be zombies. And you can also do this local as well. Since you gotta do it on like the same computer and there's no built-in online on the thing, that's why we're using parsec. You can still do this local with a buddy that comes over. So you only need parsec to do this online with other people. Yeah, all you need to do is share your computer to your player 2 or the zombies. They join you, give them keyboard control on this only, because that's the game. Alright? And from there, you should be good.